Welcome back, everybody. We're here with another interview here at Shrum Health and Wellness. I'm here with Haley. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Today I want to focus on kind of the health coaching questions.
Okay.
So the first question is, what's the biggest mindset change that you normally have in your health coaching sessions?
Probably, I would say just the mindset of I can, or I deserve to reach whatever goal that they set. We all have our own mental blocks that keep us from reaching whatever goal or outcome that is important to you. And that's the great thing about what I try to do with health coaching is identifying what those mental blocks are. But for the majority of people, one of the biggest hurdles is just acknowledging that you are capable of whatever you want to be. Just changing that mindset of I can and I'm deserving to whatever, fill in the blank, because that's different for everybody as well. So that's I'd say that's probably the overall kind of biggest challenge that I see.
Yeah, I could see that. And how quickly can someone's habits start changing when you're coaching with them? Like,
yeah,
is it like first session, like say by the second session, are you already noticing habits improvement?
Again, it's such an individualized process,
right.
And the amount of effort that you put into it equals the amount of outcome that you get out of it. But generally, when people are ready to make that change and sign up for health coaching, they're to that point to where they are ready to make that commitment to do what they need to do to reach that goal. And when you're in that mindset, then that kind of helps build that momentum. And so it's easier with the accountability and with the support of coaching to begin to make those lifestyle changes. And yeah, typically after the first session, people are reporting that their choices. It's easier to make better choices, whether it's food or kind of avoiding certain things, whether it's increasing their movement throughout the day. Those things seem to happen fairly quickly with the assistance of health coaching.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people think that they need motivation to start doing something, and then that turns into discipline. However, I think it starts with discipline, turns into motivation. The more you're disciplined, the more you're going to do it, the more motivated you're going to be. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I think that is a great overview of that. Because any change that you make starts with discipline, because you want to have a positive change in one aspect of your life. And by being disciplined in the beginning, by kind of setting that goal and reaching that, once you reach those small steps, those small goals, that's where the motivation. Once you start, seeing a little bit of change, or seeing that this modification isn't as difficult as I thought it was, that's when the motivation tends to kind of kick in, and the discipline doesn't have to be as overt, because the motivation begins to start kicking in, and that drives the momentum of the process and the change. So definitely starting with discipline, which quickly tends to transform into that motivation, and then that's where the momentum kind of starts to build and take over. So yeah,
I agree with that. And my last question is, what's one coaching tip that you usually take across sessions to multiple people?
Well, so I'll do two.
Okay.
So my first one is that celebrating, and it doesn't have to be in relation to our coaching goal. I like to start each of my coaching sessions with something to celebrate, something in your life, no matter how big or small. And as what I've noticed is finding something to celebrate is very difficult for a lot of people. Going back to mindset, because a lot of times, you focus on what's going wrong, what doesn't feel good, what kind of negative things are happening, and that's kind of what you focus on and what you look at. So it's hard for a lot of people to identify those small little occurrences throughout the day to celebrate. And the beautiful part is to see that transition over coaching sessions. That it becomes easier for people to come up with that thing to celebrate, and even some people kind of look forward to, it's like, something happened earlier in the week, and they say that's this, I couldn't wait to get here to share that with you. So that is one thing that I just really enjoy about the coaching sessions. The other thing is to just break it down into small steps. I mean, when you have a big goal that you're looking at, that can be very overwhelming and daunting. But when you chop it down into small micro steps, that makes it easier to realize. And when you reach that first milestone, even if it's just a 2-pound weight loss, or if it's 2 minutes of meditation, or a breath work session every morning for 5 days, or whatever that looks like for you, breaking it down into tiny measurable steps helps build that discipline, that motivation, and that momentum. So those are my two biggest kind of tips that I kind of work with everybody.
Yeah, and I think that's good. I think the chopping up, having a goal and chopping it up into smaller pieces is a really good idea, because it makes you realize how easy it is to get to that bigger goal.
Right.
Once you start hitting those smaller steps too. So
absolutely, doesn't make it quite so overwhelming.
Yeah, and that's all I have for today. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you guys at home for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to answer those for you in the next week's video. So thank you guys.
And if you enjoy this content, please like and share these videos, just to help us spread the word and reach more people. So appreciate you guys watching.